When this car is driving on the road, can anyone tell that it's priced in the same range as the BMW 5 Series, Audi A6, and Mercedes E-Class? The on-road price is close to $55,000. Today, let's take a look at the imported Crown sedan in its high-spec version to see whether it's worth considering and what advantages and disadvantages it has. The car is about 5.03 meters long, with a wheelbase of exactly 3 meters and a curb weight of 2.05 tons. In terms of power, it uses a hybrid system that does not require charging, consisting of a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine producing 185 horsepower, paired with a 13-kilowatt single electric motor with a front-mid layout and rear-wheel drive. The 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration time is 8.6 seconds, which is indeed quite average for its price. However, when you actually drive it, the chassis quality leaves a very deep impression. It has double wishbone suspension at the front and an aluminum multi-link suspension at the rear, along with variable damping shock absorbers, bringing a level of refinement and solidity that does not belong to this class. Unfortunately, it's unclear whether it is intentional, but the engine noise does not seem to be very well controlled. Everything else is very quiet, but once the engine engages, the sound becomes quite noticeable. In addition, with the front mid-engine layout and the engine positioned further back, and with the battery also arranged at the rear, this results in a very balanced front-to-rear weight distribution, making it feel more stable and controllable when cornering. This model only comes in 2 configurations, and the one shown in the video is the high-end premium version, with a listing price of about $48,500, which is a full $7,000 more than the base model. But visually, it is difficult to spot the differences at a glance. Although the wheels are 1 inch larger, the style is the same as the base version. The headlights use projector-style LED units with automatic headlights and automatic high and low beam switching, but without adaptive steering. There is also a full-width light strip. On the side, it uses high-brightness multi-spoke wheels, and in this version, the wheel size increases from 19 inches to 20 inches, with both front and rear tires being 245 millimeters wide. It comes standard with keyless entry for all 4 doors, and this high-end version also adds a digital phone key and a rear easy close door function. The roofline extends all the way to the rear, which may make people think it's a liftback hatchback design, but it is not at all. It is a completely traditional sedan. The trunk opening is very small, and after opening it, you can notice that the trunk depth is very short. Why is that? From the official structural diagram, you can see that the battery is placed between the rear seats and the trunk, completely sealing it into a traditional 3-box structure, which also results in a very shallow trunk depth, with the maximum depth being only 82 centimeters. There is no spare tire underneath either, replaced instead by a tire repair kit. So overall, this trunk is indeed not very practical. The price of this car is still quite high, but it's unclear how well it will hold its value in the used car market. And because the number of units on the road is very small, there are currently no used car listings available to reference. Next, let's get inside and take a look at the seating space. As mentioned earlier, this car uses a front mid-engine layout with the engine positioned further back. So, although the wheelbase is a full 3 meters, the rear seat space is actually quite tight. For someone of my height, after adjusting the front seat, when sitting in the rear, there is only a little more than 1 fist of legroom left, and there is also a crossbeam above the forehead that makes the headroom feel very cramped. The center floor hump is also very high and wide. Although it is a 5-seat car, in reality, it can only comfortably seat 4 people. You could say the rear space is tight, but at the same time, it is equipped with many executive-level features. For example, there is a large central armrest, and when you open it, there is a screen inside that can control the audio and rear temperature, and both the rear windshield and rear doors have sunshades. The 2 rear seats also support heating, ventilation, and massage, as well as adjustable backrest angles. Moving to the front, the steering wheel supports 4-way electric adjustment and is wrapped in leather, with thickened grips at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions. The left side integrates multimedia controls, while the right side integrates basic driver assistance controls. There is a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster and a 12.3-inch central control screen. This infotainment system seems to be exactly the same as the one in the Camry, but its interface design and response speed are much better than Lexus systems. After all, it costs $7,000 more than the base model, so features like heated and ventilated front seats and a heated steering wheel are all included. Below, there is also a vertically placed wireless charging pad. However, the wood trim on the center console appears to be imitation wood rather than real wood. So, in summary, this car has very obvious strengths and weaknesses. The rear seat space is relatively tight and the trunk is small, but at the same time, it offers a chassis quality that exceeds its class and a very unique mechanical character.